Oh, so anxious. Okay, so hold it together, hold it together. So, okay. So, dear Grady, our grade, our beautiful boy, this is gonna be really hard.
Audio Jungle.
But for those who don't know, we recently lost our grade.
Audio Jungle.
Bloody hell. I thought I was going to hold it together. So last week sometime,
Audio Jungle.
our grade decided it was time for him to say goodbye to us. After 14 years. 14 years of chaos and love and laughter and naughtiness and cheekiness.
Audio Jungle.
It was his time to go. And for those of you who don't have a dog or a pet of any kind, you probably won't understand. But for those of you who do, it just leaves a massive, massive hole in your heart and in your life.
Audio Jungle.
Of grief and emptiness, really. Life isn't quite going to be the same without that massive 8-stone bundle of rolly fur and waggly tails and grumpy old man barking. Life's just gonna be that little bit quieter without you, Grade, and yeah. But I wanted to write this letter to you to tell you that we miss you so much.
Audio Jungle.
But we're all doing okay. It may not look like it, but we're all doing okay because it was the right time for you, and we're so glad that you are at peace now. You're able to run wild around all those fields that you haven't quite been able to do over the last few years.
Audio Jungle.
Mum's okay, she's doing okay. Bloody hell.
Audio Jungle.
So I just want to say a massive thank you for the last 14 years. From the moment we met you, it was just madness. Absolute madness. You might not believe it now because of the love that she's given you, but I had to persuade Mum to get you. It was quite the challenge. She wasn't sure, but of course she gave in to her 8-year-old daughter, who was very persuasive at the time. And in January, when you were around 12 weeks old, I was at a party in Westerly Village Hall, and she came to pick me up, and you were sat on the front seat. I mean, you took up the whole front seat. You were pretty huge, even for a 12-week-old pup. And that night, we took you home to our old house, and that was the beginning of the most chaotic 14 years full of love that we've ever had. You kept us up all night. But God, I wouldn't change a thing, Grade. I would not change a thing. Every single person who met you just adored you, even if you did drive them a little bit crazy. I mean, you definitely drove us a little bit crazy sometimes. Puppy training lessons, there was just no chance. You were too distracting. Anytime a friend came over, you were just all over them. You just wanted to play. Any item of clothing we had, there was always a slight hole in it because of when you were teething, that's all you ever did was pull our trousers down or grab it off the washing line. I mean, I think you still would have done that right up until the last day if it wasn't for your back legs, but it didn't stop you from pulling the tea towels and the socks and Mum's old knickers off of the radiators until the last day. You are a giver, so you do like to give a lot of presents out, so thank you for all those presents over the years, even if it was at the embarrassing times when we'd bring our boyfriends home and there was a pair of old knickers in your mouth, so thanks for that. But that just sums you up. You were just providing constant laughter to everybody and love. And I don't think I hardly ever saw that tail not wag, which was amazing. You had many of fun times on the trampolines with us, jumping up on those with all my friends. Many of paddling pools were broke, but only because you were trying to have fun. Many of times that you probably pulled mum's arm out of her socket for being so strong you didn't even know your own strength sometimes. One time we went to Westonbirt and Arboretum, and we were just sat on a bench having a drink, and you obviously saw something, and literally back, ass over tit, mum went. Those were quite the times. And your appetite. I mean, we couldn't go anywhere without you wanting to eat everything. I remember when Lee came over and left a tub of butter on the side and you decided to clean the whole thing out. Yeah, you didn't feel great for a while after that one. Cooking roast dinner and you stole the meat off the side. Classic. Classic. When we caught you on the kitchen table eating the fruit bowl before. Yeah. You just didn't care. You just loved your food, and you always did, right up until the last day. You never lost your dignity, you never lost your appetite, and you never lost your charm. You never lost your charm. It's just nice to know that we were your carers and we were your owners and your family, and I feel like we gave you the best life you could have had, and you certainly gave us the best 14 years. Through those hard teenage years that my mum had to go through with me and Daisy being absolute rascals and a lot worse, you were there to comfort her. You were there on those nights in when she was on her own. You were her best friend as well as ours. You saw all the heartbreak, you saw all the World War IIIs, you definitely witnessed all the hormones. But you were also there for all the joyous occasions of meeting the boyfriends and letting Lee into our lives and welcoming Lee, Mum's husband.
She's okay. She's not okay.
It's okay.
She's not doing anything.
Is he funny? What's your favourite?
She likes it.
Who, by the way, he adores you. And yeah, he's doing quite well as well. We're all doing as well as we can. But it was just nice to be able to, probably in those last final years, it was nice to actually have some gentle walks with you. And when Mum and Lee would go away, me and Dan taking you out was just lovely, because for those first 10 years, my oh my, we could not walk you. You were far too strong and I just couldn't do it. So it was very nice to enjoy those few walks with you, trotting away as you do, having a sniff, marking your scent with our Neve, our little Nevie. She's a little lost without you, Grade. She's a little lost, but she's got us. And my God, I bet you're enjoying the break a little bit, because she was a little bossy madam when she wanted to be. But yeah, she's a little lost without you, but she'll be just fine. She's being so brave. So brave. She comes here to my home all the time. But I just wanted to write this letter and just to say that I haven't really been home yet. I'm going to wait for you to come home first. You're going to be coming home, I think, around next week. So I'm going to wait until you're home, because it's not quite the same. It's definitely not the same without you there. So I want to wait for you to be there where you belong. And then I'll be okay to go around, and Mum will feel much more settled then as well. But thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting for Mum to get married to Lee, and for you to hand over your job to Lee to look after us all, for the job that you've done so well for so many years and keeping us all sane, because that's not easy. Thank you for waiting for them to come back off their honeymoon so that they could spend those final few days with you and loving you and hugging you and kissing you and feeding you. So You knew it was your time. And we're so grateful that we were able to have these last extra 6 months that we didn't think we were going to have. So thank you for holding on, and thank you for being so brave, and thank you for just being so peaceful. And every single person who has met you, you have touched their lives in some chaos ways, in some lovely ways, and probably in some madness ways. But I just want you to know that no one will ever compare. You are the one and only Grady, and you will never ever be forgotten or compared to, because you are you, and there's no comparison. No comparison.
Audio Jungle.
It's just really hard. But I just want to show some clips of how gentle you are and how lovely you are, and just have this as a memory for you, because we love you so much. And I'm just so grateful that you were in our lives and we were in yours, because we adore you and you adored us. And even when we went through the hardest times, so big, dark, brown eyes would look at us. I saw you the Monday before you passed. And you led on the floor.
Audio Jungle.
And you led on the floor. And I crouched down and I held your face. I looked into your eyes and I told you I loved you so much, and that it was okay. You just wagged your tail and you gave me the biggest kiss.
Audio Jungle.
I'm so grateful to have had that little moment with you, along with all the other moments that we have had. Some crazy moments.
Audio Jungle.
I'm glad Dan was with you. Dan's missing you a lot. Really a lot. But he was there with you till the very end, Grade, and he shut your eyes for you, ready for you to go and have your peace and run wild.
Audio Jungle.
But let's just round this up and just say that we're all gonna be okay, and Mum is being absolutely incredible.
Audio Jungle.
She definitely misses those rolls to keep her feet under your neck, to keep her warm. And I miss your big heavy head sitting
Audio Jungle.
on my chest. But we've got these memories in our head forever, and mainly in our hearts.
Audio Jungle.
So to round it up, I just want to say thank you. And we love you. And we'll miss you forever. And this hole will never heal. And my heart will never be fully repaired again without you. But we will meet you on the other side of that rainbow bridge one day, and we can run wild in the fields with you. But for now, sleep tight, rest easy, and just keep an eye on us all, because we're going crazy without you. We love you so much, darling. See you soon.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.